Hello and welcome, Jack here from 10 Feet Down. For those that don't know, this is the rather brilliant Startopia. I'm just playing through the missions. I've made a bit of a balls up because I actually played the tutorials, did the first couple of missions, but I recorded the first mission, but I recorded it in a really crappy resolution, so it was didn't look very good. So I thought I'd just run through mission 1 again, and this will be the first video in the series, and then these two I'll do later on. Well, I've already done one of them. So let's start here with the Groulien Workers' Party. Tutorials aren't really worth seeing, I don't think. Most of the stuff you see again here in the tutorials in this mission, so let's get it started. Let's crank this up. Now, this game I think came out in 2002. Right. So, if you can see from this, this is like the entire playfield at the moment. But this is in fact 1/16 of a giant space station. 3 floors and 16 sections. It's basically a torus, a giant donut. But we'll see more of that later on. This is my energy collector here. And at the moment it's actually chock-a-block with energy. Energy is your currency. So let's get started with the message here. And a power booster there, this comes at the start.
This glistening before you like a jewel is the Groulien way station. I welcome you to it. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Val, a virtual artificial life form. It is my task and possibly my pleasure to assist you during your time at this way station.
And this is Val. You get a series of messages that come up, and this rather brilliant voice acting, and this sarcastic little ally
The
here.
mission assigned to you, if I may be so bold, is as follows. Your employers, the Groulien Workers' Party, require you to turn this way station into somewhere the asteroid miners can relax between their arduous shifts. I shall be on hand to aid you, of course, and I wish you luck, speed, and freedom from stupidity.
Well,
Nothing will enter or exit the way station without a docking portal. You must build one with the hardplan crate provided. 2 crates containing scuzzer droids have also been provided to aid you in this task. When you've completed it, vessels will be able to connect with the station, and cargoes of goods or people can arrive or leave. It's vital, so you should start its construction immediately. Immediately, I said.
yes sir. Okay. So occasionally these crates beam in, and they're called hard plans. And if I zoom these up, they will end up in this thing on the right, which is called the pattern buffer, which I think is just an inventory really. I'm not sure. Can I think it's like a stack. I think it's first in, last in, first out. So I'm not sure I can actually get the scuzzers out without getting the others out. Oh, I can drag it out. Is that right? I'm just working that out. I haven't tried that. Yeah, you can drag it out, so, or you can just pop it out from the top. Anyway, these are scuzzers. You click on them and you open the crate, and these little buggers appear. And these are basically your builders and general everything robots. Right. This is a port. I need to whack that down somewhere. Once that appears, alien visitors will start pouring in. The controls are a bit funny. It's kind of the mouse wheel to go up and down. The arrow keys make you go back, right, left and forward sort of. But on the same plane, they don't make you move up and down at all. You can pitch by holding down the middle mouse button, but the arrow keys will still keep you on the same plane. I got used to it now, I kind of like it. I found it a bit weird at first. But the ability to pitch up and down and still move on a flat plane, it's quite useful for an RTS, oddly enough. As you can see, I mean, for a game over 10 years old, the graphics are pretty slick. You know, it's got a good resolution, and the voice acting is just, it's brilliant. love these little guys, like the red dwarf scutters. They've powered down at the moment with nothing to do. I'm not sure what the power booster actually does. The energy collector is just a visual representation of your resources, really. Just got to wait for someone to come through the port.
All species need to rest sometimes. It's a universal
I should have
truth.
clicked the message.
So I suggest you build a berth containing at least 5 sleeping pods.
Yes, sir.
You'll need to use the hard plan crate provided. There will be no sleep until you've done it.
Just keep an eye on that message queue, because that advances the quest along. So a berth. So a berth is not a fixed size. You decide the size of it when you make it, and it costs you more money. I've got loads of resources at the moment, so I'll make a big one. Make a massive one. There we go. And then you have to put the items in it, so obviously the slumber pods are the things that people are going to sleep in. Whoops. Might need a door in here for people to get in. Oops. And there's a couple of decorations. I'm not really sure what they achieve, but I always put a few in anyway. A couple of ultra lamps, which are in fact just lava lamps, and a chronometer, which is obviously a clock. Okay, let's build it.
Your objective is to build a berth with at least 5 sleeping pods using the hard plan crate. I trust this will not overtake your abilities.
The Val machine is just brilliant. It reminds me of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book in the radio series, or the TV series from years ago. The whole game has a wicked sense of humour. You can see my little scuzzers there, building away.
A lavatron is required. These units sanitize, refresh, and clean anyone entering them. Some races are cleaner than others, but at least with a lavatron, you're giving them the option to divest themselves of all the germs, goo, and unhygienic horridness that they may be caked in. Again, you'll need to use the hard plan crate.
Gotcha. So, a lavatron, a space scrapper. How many games mean you have to make you build a lavatron? There we go, easy enough. The aliens kind of have like a happiness kind of mechanism. A bit like Sims, very simplistic Sims. Here we go, here's our first guy. He's called a salt hog. And he's like the menial worker of the... You employ these guys. I'll employ him now, actually. You're actually supposed to check out their skills and things, but I'll just give them a job. There we go, I'll employ them as they come through. Now they've got a little CV at the bottom, so they're all randomly generated, obviously. Spreading gossip and restoring old droids are his hobbies. You're in. He's got nothing to work on at the moment, but that'll soon change. Ooh, more salt hogs. Okay, let's check this guy out. Yep, you hired. Hitchhiking across the galaxy. And catching falling stars are romantic. Okie dokie.
Things seem to be going well. My fears that you'd be a disaster appear unfounded. Way Station Zeton Setoyi imploded a while ago when its supervisor unprimed the flux discharge tunnels, and a static megaburst instantly turned the place back into star stuff. No, don't worry. design of that place was nothing like this. Now to business. You must construct a dynamat using the hardplan crate. This will feed the population. At least until it gets much larger.
Okay, let's do it. A dynamat. Oops, I put it into the pattern buffer. You right click to open these. Quite big. Really wasn't too careful about placing my lavatron. Not to worry. I've not been very efficient with space here, so it doesn't matter. Typically there's more space than you actually think. On a full mission, obviously there's 16 full sections and 3 floors, but most of the early missions you only get to open up a fraction of that. Okay. Easily please the salt hogs. Give them a toilet and that's it, they're happy. Yep. Some nice sound effects there. Okay, is that a new message?
Your droids are working hard. As I have to say are you. However, you don't need recharging and they do. A droid recharger is your construction task. Unless you are denser than an embryonic anti-quasar, you'll know by now that you'll need a hardplan crate to do this.
Well, give me one then, come on. Where are we? There it is. So this is the droid recharger. Just a unit really that the droids have power. I think it drains from your power here. If you check them out, whoops, I better accept that. They'll spring to life. Whoops. That's another thing you can do. You can pick up the droids and transport them, which becomes important later on. But they have power, so if they run out of power, they're effectively dead. Okay.
Congratulations, your progress is certainly impressive. An impartial observer might comment that you had the luck of the roulette playing Decapus of Axis Prime.
I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, fair enough.
Supervisor, your lack of ineptitude is a blessing, so it's time to open a new segment. This will give you a new area in which to expand. You may congratulate yourself, but not for long. There is much to do. You are aware of how the hardplan crates operate, and you'll need this knowledge to construct a wealth of new units. If I wasn't so cynical, I'd be quite excited at the prospect.
Well, my lack of ineptitude is going to help me along here. So, there we go, yes, winding me forwards to this one here. That's the section I need to open. Mostly you either pay for these sections or in the later missions you have to actually fight competitors. There's a load of garbage on the floor in this section. As you can see now, as it opens up, you can get more of the shape of the station on the outside. I'm not sure I can wind out on this floor, I don't think you can. But you can see, like, this is just 2 sections, another 14 of these, and you get a full circle back round to the start again. It's quite impressive once you get the full loop open. Okay.
A recycling plant is urgently required. Efficiency is everything in space. By recycling, you'll convert waste, almost any waste, back into energy. 4 salt hogs are required to work the recycling plant, but more of that later. Your first task is to build it in a useful position.
Okay, let's do it. I've already employed 4 salt hogs earlier on, so they'll go straight to work. I'll get another one. He's hasn't got much going for him, this guy. Dixie Woolbugs. Bugs. I think I'll go for... yeah, this one's got some skill at least. One of the annoying features of the game is litter. And it gets quite a pain. On some of the missions, the litter has a great deal of effect on the station. I think litter affects the station happiness in any case. The more litter there is, obviously the less happy people are. The scuzzers will pick it up, but you can pick it up yourself as well, which obviously is a lot faster, and throw it in the recycler. Frequently I throw my hard plans into the recycler by accident though. That's another story. Okay. Some messages.
Supervisor, why not help your scuzzer droids by beaming up rubbish and junk and dropping it directly into the recycler? Or is such a menial task below you?
Sadly not.
Good. The recycling plant is built. But as I said, you need 4 salt hogs to operate it. Hire them using the hire menu. Remember that although it pays to get the best, it also costs. I must write that down. It's a useful saying.
Yes, surely is, but I've already cheated, so I've already got the salt hogs working away. You can see them there now on the plant. So we're not far off, I think. Get some more rubbish up. Is that just the objective?
Supervisor, why not help your scuzzer droids by beaming up rubbish and junk and dropping it directly into the recycler?
I'm doing it, man.
Or is such a menial task below you?
That's a trader that's just come in. So let's have a look at what he's got. I've got pretty much infinite energy at the moment, so I can afford anything he's got.
Who are you? I am familiar with all the way station supervisors from the Groulien worlds through the 6 voids right out to the Calbian black hole. You must be new. In which case, I am a Ronadar, most respected of the free traders. Delighted to meet you. Anyway, I'm in this sector offloading some late vintage mucus wine. And as I have a
Nice.
couple of scuzzer droids I don't require, I thought I should give you first refusal. You'd be getting a bargain if you took them.
I most certainly will. That's all he's got at the moment is a couple of scuzzers, which is fine. So let's get them to work straight away. I don't keep beaming them things back up. There they go. They can get picking the litter up hopefully. Problem with the litter is picking it up is actually you have to hit it bang on. It's quite fiddly. Even though the square makes it appear like you only put the square over it, you actually have to get the mouse cursor over the litter. And it's a pain in the backside when you've got to get it up quickly. Okay. Message.
As supervisor, I must demand your immediate attention. Some technology crates have arrived and I insist that you open them without further delay. Today reminds me of the Groulien festival of Grimbus, when a random selection of gifts and low-grade toxins are handed to the youngsters, who either squeal with delight or choke as their ventricles are temporarily paralyzed.
Yep, that sounds like Crimpus to me. Okay. So once you get these, you essentially get the plans as basically, you can use them anytime you like, you don't need any more plans. So let's build another berth. Alright, door first. Doesn't matter where really. And some slumber pods. Bit of entertainment. Well, it's a bit of decoration. Image projector. And that should do the job. I may as well build another Lavatron. You can never have enough Lavatrons. And another Dynatron too. Dynamatic even. Can I fit that? I've not been that efficient with space at the moment. It's not that important on this level. But on later levels it does become a little important. Can I open up any more space? Nope.
You are busy, and therefore it gives me pleasure to interrupt you, Supervisor. 3 tasks await your attention. You must construct another Dynamat, a Lavatron, and a berth.
Done.
Your population is increasing, and if you neglect these tasks, you could face a mob of hungry, smelly, tired customers. And I wouldn't wish that on you, frankly.
Way ahead of you.
I've seen supervisors come and go, but you look like you're doing well here. I remember old Migby Pariah. He looked like a 2D laser copy of himself when that vile worm eventually crawled out. Serves him right, I suppose. Listen, you don't want to buy it? No, I can see you're not into that. And the stuff I have is shockingly strong. Sorry, shouldn't have mentioned it.
The salt hogs you previously hired are good workers, and in line with your current expansion. It might be an excellent idea to bring the total number of salt hog employees up to 6. Use your skill, judgment, and instinct to pick those that won't let you down.
I think I already did that. But I'll get another couple anyway, because I've got plenty of energy. Nah.
It seems that you're either a competent supervisor or you're lucky. Either way, your station is a success, and you will not now suffer the fate of one supervisor many years ago. His name, I recall, was Migby Pariah. What happened to him? Oh, he had a bile worm implanted in his central eye. When it finally crawled out of his toe, it was 9 meters long.
Nice.
The Groulien culture can be cruel, but it's also rather beautiful, don't you agree? By the way, make sure all your visitors have adequate facilities.
I don't like the idea of a bile worm planted in my central eye.
It would be wise to make sure there are enough facilities to service those aboard, Supervisor. Keep a close eye on your facilities, and build more if you see they're being overused.
I think I'm looking pretty good. There's not really too much to do on this level, so...
It would be wise to make sure there are enough facilities to service those... The salt hogs you previously hired are good workers.
Done that.
And in line. You are busy, and therefore it gives me pleasure to interrupt you, Supervisor. 3 tasks await your attention.
That's been done as
You must
well.
construct another Dynamat, a Lavatron, and a berth. Your
Yeah, everything's
population
looking pretty
is
good.
increasing, and if you neglect these tasks, you could face a mob of hungry, smelly, tired customers. And I wouldn't wish that on you, frankly.
Let me have a check of this. A lot of guys, it looks like, need sleep. I'm not... Do I need more berths, perhaps? I can put another row in here anyway, so if I click on here... These seem to be in heavy use. I don't know if you can pick that up, but some quality sound effects coming from the Lavatron. Now how do I actually get back into the menu on this thing? Do I right click on it? Oops. Is it this one here? Edit room, there we go. So a couple of slumber pods. Another 3 in there. And I could actually, I've not been that efficient in making these. Another 1 in there. Okay.
Excuse my interruption, but I have new orders from the Groulien Workers' Party Secretary. You are to expand the way station into a communications relay post.
Okay.
I assured the GWP that you're capable of this. I hope this faith in you is not misplaced. Otherwise, we'll both be visiting the Labour Exchange on Prodar 6.
Nice. Is that where they implant the worms?
Oh, grey travellers have also been granted access to the station. How delightful.
He doesn't like the greys. Now, he must have given me some...
Oh, grey travellers have also been granted access to the station. How delightful.
I can't see any hard plans lying
The
around.
GWP have dispatched a number of TARG communication experts to your station. Whilst members of the TARG make good workers, don't be fooled by their insectile nature. The TARG are a proud race. They would say haughty and aloof. The rest of us say miserable. Your task is to keep your TARG employees happy. Keeping employees content is an unwelcome but necessary part of every supervisor's role. Who knows? One day you may even make me happy.
I wouldn't bank on it. I got some TARG guys here. Did I miss some crates being put down? Or was he good
Two
for some?
hard plan crates have been
Oh, here they
provided.
come.
From these you may build 2 comm sensors. After all, if you want to expand, you must communicate with the outside universe. That's an old Groulien cliché, if you must know.
Let's get these down. Odd. I'll do. And the TARGs will work on those. The TARGs are... I'm going to employ some of these greys. The greys are doctors. Don't need them just yet. As long as you've got some skill. It's important with the doctors that you do make sure they've got some skill. Otherwise they kill rather than cure. And there's the TARGs. I've already employed those automatically. Like insects. The greys are like the aliens from XCOM or from, I guess, X-Files back in those days. I only spy one grey though. It's getting a bit busy here.
I apologize for tearing you from your presumably vital work, but an emergency message is arriving via the comm sensor channels.
Okay. Okay, so someone's ill. Right. Is he a good doctor? Not great. Hopefully good enough. So I need a sick bay.
You know, we could cure that ailing diplomat if only we had a sick bay. What course of action should we take?
Give me a sick bay.
You are clearly a supervisor of great ability.
And the trader just in time.
Like, I never offer this to anyone else, but I have a nearly new sick bay.
Okay.
It's yours if you want it.
Let's build the
I
sick
never
bay.
thought I'd sell it as it was a gift from 4 of my mothers. But I like your face, so it's yours if you're interested.
I most certainly am. Okay. The door. These are the things mainly. Diagnosis units. Get a couple of those in here. And some waiting couches. And it's just an image projector on the wall. 2 of those. There we go. Now let's employ a 3rd grey if I can. Again, not much skill, but hey, it's good enough. I normally wouldn't employ one of the greys unless he had 2 skill bars, because he just kills too many people. But I think in this mission it doesn't really matter. But when you see that this is like standing back a bit, it looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? I mean, for a game of his age, over 10 years old. Things can get quite hectic a bit later on. So there go my scuzzers. I think this mission's nearly over now anyway. I might just pop up. That blob there in the middle changes size depending on how much energy I've got. I've got so much energy at the moment. I could build anything really. But I don't really need to, so. There we go, it's a fully finished sickbay. Here come my workers. And that, I assume, is the ill guy. He is a Zidim monk. But let him get about his business. So the little grey guys, I guess, are the alien probers. Standing by their diagnosis units. You can see the TV screens there. Okay, there goes my guy. It's good, isn't it? I do like this. It's got tons of character. How this game was never a huge success, I mean, it's a mystery to me.
Good news from the sickbay supervisor. The
Okay.
diplomat who arrived on the Zedum shuttle Surundai has made a full recovery. Apparently he drank some bad mucus wine. You, it seems, ought to be congratulated on your handling of this delicate incident.
There we go. That's the first mission. That's the second time I've done it. So the next one in the series is the Grey Council, which I've already done, and then the Tile Collectors. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.